Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 5th to the 12th. This is for Aries, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and more detailed with your reading. Now, Aries, I do this because I love you, and I really want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Now, the reason why I also use astrology is because it's been so influential. Astrology has been around for thousands of years, and it's influenced divination. And tarot, which actually came out in the 14th century, every card is assigned an astrological element or a ruling planet or, an alignment. So we really go deep when the two are involved. And they both, astrology and tarot, align with the tree of life. So Aries, boom. Did you see that card flip over? Now, I don't do one of those like, oh, it fell over because it was actually a slip in my hands. But if it does show up in your reading, then we know it was meant to happen and we will talk about it. And then that will be the sign. Now, this week, listen, I'm going to really focus on that full moon in Leo, okay? That is the biggest aspect of this week, and it happens on the 5th, okay? It happens on the 5th, and so you're going to feel it, and I have to tell you, this is a really great high energy full moon. I love that your ruling planet Mars is really harmonious with the sun and Uranus, and Saturn's nearby, I think 10 degrees, so it's bringing a lot of stability. Okay, so this is really great. There's Mercury's really active this week as well. Really good week. Mercury's going into Aquarius at the end of the week, but it's a great week to be communicative. Now, Aries, if you did see my check out your February reading because it gives you a lot of context of what's going on this month. But I also did a yearly reading for you, and as you know, we have an eclipse in your sign in April on Earth Day, and it is such an auspicious eclipse. So the changes that are happening for you, Aries, all I have to say is think about where you were a year ago. Think about where you are now. Think about where you will be in April. I mean, you're just ascending. I love that, Aries. Y'all are amazing. Jupiter's in your sign, the planet of good fortune, good luck, prosperity, expansion, profit, growth. I mean, listen, you're really feeling it. And just astrologically, expect to start making the most money that you've had in since 2011. Okay. Big deal. Starting in May. You'll see some growth. Now let's go ahead and get started. Aries, let's get started with your reading. I know I can talk and talk. Now, Aries, listen, as I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It really does give the best general overview. What I didn't say is that full moon in Leo, you know where it is? It's in your 5th house. It's in your 5th house of love. All right. Now, both modern and ancient astrologers alike, I mean, we call it the house of pleasure. The 5th house is a house of pleasure. It's amazing. It's love. It's creativity. It's self-expression, procreation. If you want to have kids, I mean, this is a great full moon in Leo for you. Okay? Great. Now, Aries. I literally, it's almost like I don't even have to do your reading because everything I just said is showing up here. First of all, I told you you're going through this transformation, this ascension. You got the death card. Okay, this is all about a transformational process. This came up in your past. It looks like you are you're leaving one chapter of your life. You're moving forward in a big way. Remember, I said think about where you were last year. Think about where you're at now. Now, the death card. Think about death. It's just a point in time. Okay, this is you moving forward. All right, auspiciously. All right, in a really good way. You see the sun coming out on the horizon over there, right? The death card is one of the most misunderstood cards. When people see it, they're like, oh my goodness. But no, it's one of the best cards. It's saying you're moving forward, and it's saying that you're moving into this great new promised land. I love this for you. There's so much purity with it. I mean, you see the white horse, you see the white rose and the flag. I mean, this is setting you up for a long shelf life, especially because one other thing I'm going to point out is the skeleton, right? Out of our body, what endures the longest? Bingo. Aries, you're so smart. You're amazing. I love you. Now, boom. I'm like speechless here. Listen, you know what this is. You got the Two of Cups in the heart of your spread. This is the twin flame. This is the soulmate card. This is the partnership card. This is love transcending time and space itself in a whole other freaking universe. I mean, this is so glorious. Now, this came up in the heart of your spread. This is the theme of the week. Remember what I said. The full moon in Leo in your 5th house of love. Okay? Now, if you're not here for love, this is career too. This is career. This is partnership activity. This is you finding, this is the perfect partner that I was supposed to work with. Or, maybe getting a new job, working with that boss that you're just like, oh my goodness, the best boss ever. Or a colleague or a new client. This is coming through. That full moon in Leo is huge. And again, creativity there, even self-expression, you expressing yourself in the ways that you need to, that's going to bring that attention and all that abundance that you deserve, Aries. You deserve it. I know what your year like was last year. I know what it was like. So I'm very happy for you. And the love here is just really strong. All right. It's just so strong. And so a lot of y'all may be this week taking a relationship to the next level as well. All right. If you're single, this is the best week to go out there. Remember, it's a good week to communicate. Jupiter, the planet of good luck, is in your sign right now. If you're in a relationship, this is taking it to the next level. Again, whether love or career, this is magnificent, and you are going to have to make a decision. You did get the Two of Swords. The biggest message coming through, actually, for you, Aries, is more about, it's more about like there's a situation that you're in, okay? And so for some of y'all Aries, and most Aries may feel this. It may be a situation that you're in that you, some of y'all didn't have any control over, but a lot of Aries, it's going to be something that you have the power to decide which way am I going to move forward with this, okay? I mean, you do see her blindfolded, and you see the sliver of moon, you see a lot of water, okay? So, trust your intuition, okay? That's what's going to help. When you have, like, a really good grasp on your intuition, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, knowing the Aries inside you is well and live and kicking, listen, that's what helps you make these great decisions. That's what helps you, move forward in life without having to have any doubts or uncertainty. Now, the water is just saying that, it could be a very emotional decision for you. But listen, that's what happens. Like, if you are, for instance, have been dating someone for a long time and then I don't know, they propose or you want to propose. Sometimes it's like you have to take off that blindfold if you don't, if you're doubting yourself, or do you know what I mean? But I'm not telling you that you have to, or not everyone has free will. It's just a good time just to take out that blindfold and make that decision. Again, for some Aries, I am getting that. It's a situation that was not in your control, if that makes sense, okay? For this week, something may come up, but it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one at all, all right? I want you to, that's a big takeaway here. Because look at the rest of your spread. Look, you got the 8 of Wands. You just want things to move fast, all right? And there's a lot of eagerness and enthusiasm with this card, okay? It's really there is a flow of life. There's and you kind of want you want it to go at light speed, all right? You want it to go at light speed, so just really stay in the zone, okay? Be prepared for things to travel, okay? Some of y'all may be traveling or planning trips, okay? And if you do, that's great, because it is going to be something that really does strengthen some sort of relationship in some way. Maybe you are going to visit someone that, maybe you're dating someone overseas, or maybe you have friends that you're going to go visit and family or something. It's just something, it's like a force of good here, all right? But listen, I know that you want things to go fast. It's just saying that you're just eager to get going. I love that for you. Now, Page of Cups. This is in the root of your spread. Now, here we go with the Death card, with the Two of Cups in the heart of your spread, and now you're getting the Page of Cups. So a lot of y'all want this new relationship. A lot of y'all want to take a relationship to the next level. Again, work or love here. Okay. Listen, this is the page. The page is think about change, like turning the next page of a book. Okay, it's the page is, when the page comes up, a lot of people are just like, oh gosh, he's so young. No, he's in the royal court. He has a lot of power. He actually, after the ace, has the most power to bring in new change, new opportunities, new beginnings. All right. In the root of your spread, you're looking for it. All right. You're looking for new love. You're looking for some, and also passions too. Things, remember this week, there's a lot of creative energy. Okay. I want you to really maximize that. All right. Really use that to your advantage. This, Page of Cups is very Pisces, and it's a lot of imaginative elements that come with that sign. But also, what I want you to know, same thing with this card. Okay. He's such a dreamer. He wants to just follow his bliss. These are new passions that you want to pursue, new things that you want to explore, and new ways to, really elevate that relationship. I love this for you in a big way. Also, remember, Venus is in Pisces this week. So listen, Venus, a planet of love. There's so much love here. Now, King of Wands. Remember how I said you keep ascending and ascending and ascending. This is in your future. Okay. King of Wands. Listen. Very passionate, very, very passionate. Okay. Now I call him the entrepreneur of tarot. All right. He's the one who's very inspiring, very influential. Doesn't have to work for anybody else. I call him the Steve Jobs. All right. He's the Steve Jobs of the tarot. All right. He had that much power, that much influence, and everybody loved him. This is the king that everybody loves. He has so much passion. He also has that passion to he's such a fun, loving king. He has the ability to grant people their passions. Okay, now this is in your future. This is you having that you're going through this very transformative stage, and you are going to be sitting in that throne. Okay, so everything that you have worked hard for, you're earning, and it in a big, powerful way. All right, I love this for you, Aries. I honestly do. There's a lot of transformation energy in your reading, but it's in a big way. All right, in a big way. With the Page of Cups, with the Eight of Wands, zoom, zoom, zoom. Right? It's and then with the Death card. Remember, this is a transformational process. You have the Two of Cups. All right, in the heart of your spread, and now the King of Wands in your future. All right, being in that throne on top of your passions, on top, being able to also he's wearing the cape of salamanders. All right, now back in the 13th 14th century, they said salamanders were fireproof. Wands are the fire suit, by the way. So listen, salamanders eat their own tails. I know it's weird, but without even, I'm not going to go too much into it, but it's just a big sign of transformation, life cycles. You're really entering, you're really elevating. Aries, I love this for you. Let's get to your stuff. Now, Aries, if you like this reading, hey, you know what to do. It'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love comments. Even emojis. I'm an emoji lover. And if you're a subscriber, I love you. Thanks so much for being here with me every week. You really make my day. Aries, look at this. Come on. All right. So you got another page. All right. Now the Page of Wands. Remember, wands, passions, ideas, right? But also the enterprise. Okay, jobs, career, work related. So a lot of this for some of y'all, it's gonna be work related. All right. Really climbing that ladder. Really approaching that pinnacle of success. But then for a lot of y'all, relationships. Okay, big time. Just think partnerships. Now the Page of Wands showing up is, look how compelled he is by that wand. Talk about dreamer. I mean, you got two of the biggest dreamers, all right? The dream of turning your passions into this reality, all right? And I love that for you. It's really something that you want. You really want to take this new thing. Some Aries message coming through is it's already happened, okay? Some of y'all have already gotten that new job or proposal or something that's come through, and then some of y'all this week or will, I mean, you will have that this week, but you will find some like a passion of yours, something that's really dear to you. It's something that you really want to come into your life and you want to embrace it, and you really want it to grow into this huge thing, right? You really want to take it to the next level. There's really, I mean, not to say the word ascension again, but it's the word that keeps coming up. Now, you did get the Six of Pentacles. Hello. Hi. Who are you? Listen, Aries, this is amazing. It was one of my favorite cards, okay? This is, as you know, in the Tree of Life, 6 is the heart of the Tree of Life, okay? It's harmony, all right? Now, you can see this is a very, he's philanthropic. It's very, you know, he's helping the needy, all right? And so what this means, especially because it comes in your external factors area, if you need any sort of support, it's coming, all right? If you need any sort of support, it's coming. I want you to know that you do have a support system, and a really big support system, okay? And this is someone who knows the difference between giving and receiving, okay? And it's when you have that balance that makes everything flow, all right? It brings that equilibrium. We're all looking for that equilibrium in our life, right? We're looking for enlightenment. We're looking for equilibrium. When I say equilibrium, it's just that balance in your life, okay? In your physical reality, but also mind, body, soul, right? You see the scale, all right? You see the scale in his hand, all right? So that's really amazing, okay? So you have a huge support network, and you listen. This is where it gets really interesting. You did get the 7 of Wands. I like this for you, big time. Remember how I said you've really worked hard to get where you are now? Think about where you were last year. Boom. Okay, this is a card of valor. This is standing your ground, standing for your beliefs, standing up for everything that you've worked for, not letting anyone take any of that from you. All right, and you know, some of y'all are in a place where things are going so well. It's almost like, how is this possible? Right? You'll feel that this week. There's going to be a moment where you're like, gosh, things are just. I just got this news, and this came in, and this is great, and now it's just like almost like it's on a whole level that for some of y'all may be kind of new, and you're just like, okay, I can't do anything to let anyone take this away from me. This is, you know, the best relationship I've been in. This is the person I want to marry. I'm not going to let my family or friends like get in the way. This is my, you know, like my love story. This is the best job I've had. I'm not, you know, do you know what I mean? You get it, Aries. You're an Aries. You get it. Now, you also got the 7 of Swords. Now, listen, here's the thing. This came in your final outcome. And so that's why I said it was interesting, because not only did you get the 7 of Wands, you got the 7 of Swords, okay? 7 is, you know, it really is at the end of the day, desire. All right? Now listen, so it is also the year of 7, all right? 2023, if you're into numerology, is 7. And that's really a lot of, you know, lucky 7, sure, but really just introspection, right? But with the 7 of Swords coming up in your final outcome, right after the 7 of Wands, of you defending your territory, it looks like someone may try to come through and do something a little underhanded, all right? And so that's why you may have your guard up this week, okay? Listen, you have such a wonderful reading. Don't let anyone take anything away from you. First thing you'll notice is broad daylight. There's a lot of sunlight here. So it's not like you can't see this happening, all right? You may see it, you know, it happening. And when I say underhanded, it could be someone like lying to you about something, or even trying to, like, I mean, God forbid, like cheat on someone that, or flirt with like your person, or someone who is trying to like sabotage your job so they can have it, that kind of energy, okay? But it's really not, yeah, you got it. Oh my gosh. I pulled a clarifier and you got another 7. Okay? You got 3 sevens. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So it is definitely going to be. This is just so crazy. This is so crazy. All right. One quick thing before I clarify this. Don't sabotage yourself. And I don't feel that you will. And I don't feel that it's going to be. I'm not even getting like any messages of that. It's just that when that comes up in the final outcome, there is that potential where it's, it could be you that's, trying to do something that's underhanded or sneaky. But I'm really not getting that impression that it's you. If it is you, don't. But here's the reason why it's not you is because look at this. You're standing your ground because someone's taking something from you. And now look, remember how I said how you worked so hard? You got the 7 of Pentacles. This is indicating that you've really worked really hard to get to the point where you're at now, okay? Really put in that investment, okay? Whether it is career, whether it is in a relationship, whether it's in your family life, whatever resonates with you, all right? So just take this moment to just have a little, a moment of clarity. Is this like, I've worked really hard to get where I'm at now. Be very grateful for everything that you have and be very proud of how far you've come, okay? And if you have to make that decision, remember, he's taking a little break to just have that break. And while you take that break, you're like, do I want to keep going on this path or is there something, better for me? Or is there something, a different path that I want to approach? Remember, you got the 2 pages here. So you can have this opportunity, right? There's this, part of you wants this new beginning, this new thing, right? So it's also really, it's all about deciding what's best for you. And when I say, here's an example, when this card comes up, especially with the other 7s, but when this card comes up, it could also indicate you're at a crossroads where you have worked really hard and you may have been at the same job for like 2 or 3 years, but now you're wondering, I think this may be the week. This may be the week where I again ascend. I'm not telling you to like leave your job, but ask yourself, am I on the right path? If I'm on the right path, that's great. How do I ascend? How do I take it to the next level? Because I've put in my blood, sweat, and tears to get to this point. Okay, is it time that I ask for a raise? Is it time that I get a bigger job title? Is it time for me to even start my own business? I mean, listen, you have a lot going for you. This is going to be a fantastic week, and this is actually going to be a very memorable week for you, okay? This is one of those weeks where you're going to turn back and you're going to, everything hinges on the decision that you make. Again, remember, everyone has free will, but I want you to take off that blindfold. If you are wearing that blindfold, if you're in a situation where you have to decide whether you have to move forward with something or not, or you have to pick between one or the other, but and it can have to do with relationships or partnerships, but the fact that you got this, and then you got the King of Wands in your future, indicating you're in the right direction, and you're going to be sitting in that throne big time, okay? Of all your passions, it's like a champagne bath full of like everything you've ever wanted is basically what it is. And you definitely, with these 3 7s, oh my goodness, that's really strong energy there. Okay, 777, come on. That's really strong energy. But really, yeah, don't let anyone take anything that you've worked hard for, but also take this moment. How am I going to ascend? Aries, I love you. I love you. I really loved your reading. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.